Good evening. I'm Elsie Matthews, a representative of the Juice Plus Company. Almost every night of the week, all over the globe, our company sponsors public events just like this as we inspire healthy living and introduce people to our incredible business in the world. But before we get started, let's turn off all cell. And I'm so happy that you all joined us tonight. We would like to give you a snapshot of what we're here as a company, as an organization, and as individuals with busy lives. Not everyone is here tonight looking for our opportunity, but some of you came here knowing someone that may be looking to do something different, earn more income, or possibly help a family get well. So hopefully what I'm going to share with you this evening will touch on one or all of the aspects of what we have here tonight. We're going to start off this evening with Ro Melnick, our team area leader, who will tell you why this and give you an overview of what this is and what we do.
Thank you, Elsie, for that introduction. Let me tell you about my own story. Has anyone ever had their significant other break up with them? Can you imagine what my former husband said to me? You're too sick for me to be with you. I want a divorce. It was painful, and I didn't know what was worse for me going through my health challenges or the divorce. We divorced in 1989. Someone needs to mute, Elsie, you might want to mute them. Let me tell you about myself. I'm formerly an elementary teacher. What?
Hold on.
Hey, man, is that you? What are you getting?
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Ro.
Okay. All right. Let me tell you about myself. I'm formerly an elementary teacher and an adjunct college professor. But today I'm with the incredible Juice Plus Company. I resigned from teaching to join them in their mission to inspire healthy living over 22 years ago. Why, you might say, would I leave my tenure, my pension, and a nice salary behind to join a marketing company when I had no experience in marketing? Well, my story started in a hospital bed. The doctors were trying to figure out how to use gravity to assist in getting the water out of my legs without having to lie me down, because it would result in excruciating pain from the pleurisy in my chest. You see, my kidneys were failing secondary to the systemic lupus, which I was diagnosed with when I was 22 in college. I suffered with arthritis, liver involvement, bowel problems, and I was always tired and lethargic. I took tons of medicines and vitamins to no avail. I changed my diet, but I still had flares. Adding the Juice Plus products made a tremendous difference in my health. It not only lowered the inflammation in my body, but it also contributed to a healthier immune system, improved my hair, skin, and energy, and gave me so many other health benefits. It also acted as a catalyst that I started to crave more fruits and vegetables. Today I can sit before you and God and say that I've been symptom-free with energy and vitality for 20 plus years. I also might add that I married my divorce attorney, and we have three healthy young men, Tyler 23 and Dustin 18. Imagine that after being told by my medical doctors that I would never conceive. I, at the age of 37 and then 41, had those babies. I know you're probably trying to do the numbers. Yes, I'm 60 years old. Now, with getting results like that, you can imagine my passion and great desire to want to pay it forward. Now, before I tell you about our business, I'd like to call on one of our team members, Marlena, who is a former chemist, to tell us why Juice Plus made sense to her and to briefly tell us about our products. Marlena?
Thank you, Ro. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our products. I'm going to try and show you here. it seems like my computer went out, of course, right before this started, so I'm on my iPad. But first we have our fruit powder concentrate in capsules. And I want to show you that this has a nutrition label on the back. But this has things in it like apples, oranges, acerola cherry. Then we have our vegetable powders in capsules. Also a nutrition label. And this has broccoli, beets, cabbage, everything that's good for you. All the products that were put in these concentrates were chosen for their nutritional density. Now these two come in a package together. These are our foundation products. And these products have been on the market over 20 years. And there's a ton of research behind them. Then after a few years, we determined that we needed to fill a little bit of a gap, and we added our vineyard blend. This has more berries and grapes than you could ever eat in a day. It has things like bilberries in it, which I've never even seen a bilberry, but I know I get them every day in my Juice Plus. It's also got raspberries, blackcurrant, Concord grape. So these three products also come in delicious chewables. So the chewables are great for your kids or even for some adults. I use the Vineyard Blend chewables as my sweet treat that I give myself every day. So it's just something a little bit sweet that I can chew on, and I know that I'm getting the nutrition of all those wonderful berries and grapes. So we thought we had the rainbow covered, but we just added a new color to our product line. And this is orange, and this is our Omega blend. So we have determined how to bypass the fish and give you the oil without the fishy taste. So we go straight to the algae. This also has oils from various fruit seeds like grape seeds, raspberry seeds, and pomegranate seeds. So this is a full Omega blend. And I'm so excited about this product. I love it already. I really do think it's making a difference in my my attention and just so many things. So this blend is straight from nature, so we don't remove the omega-6 and 9, but we think that nature knows best. Very excited about this blend, just introduced in April. So in addition, we have our protein powder blends. This has 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber. It's really delicious, comes in 2 different flavors, French vanilla and delicious Dutch chocolate. And this powder is great for any time of the day. You can use it for breakfast, snack. You can use it before your workout, after your workout. It's really delicious. There's no reason not to love this product. And you can blend it with almost anything. And it has things in it that are not in our fruit and vegetable blends. So you're getting things like pea powder, ancient grains, pumpkin powder. So you're getting even more fruits and vegetables with our protein blends. We also have our complete bars. I love to carry one of them in my purse all the time so that if I'm out and about and I don't have time to get a meal, I have something very healthy to snack on. And this comes in dark chocolate with fig or tart cherry with honey. Very delicious, very nutritious as well. And last but not least, we have the future of growing our tower garden. So I'm just going to show you a few pictures. So this is your tower garden when you first take it out of the box. There's room for 20 different plants, and it takes a tenth of the space of a normal garden. So this was my tower garden in Arizona. I just got back to Delaware, so I haven't set up my tower garden here yet. And in about 4 weeks, this is what my tower garden looked like. It was ready for harvesting. It uses 10% of the water of a normal garden of this size. The plants grow much quicker. This is really the future of growing. And if you get your kids involved in this, you know, statistics have shown that kids that grow their own food make better choices with their food. They really enjoy the fact that they're producing their own food and seeing where it comes from. It doesn't come from a box. It actually comes from a plant. And if you live in Arizona, like Ginger and I do, and maybe in the summertime you want to bring your tower garden inside with the lights in the heat of summer, or if you live in the east, like a lot of you do, you might want to bring your tower garden inside during the wintertime and grow it with lights. And this is a picture of my friend's tower garden with the lights on it, and she had this in her garage. So you can see that you can really grow all year round. So this is an amazing product. Everything that we have, I think, are really amazing products with lots of research behind them. So the bottom line is we all know what we should be eating, but for some reason we can't, we don't, or we won't. And Juice Plus, with all of our products, fills in the gap between what we should eat and what we actually do eat. And we can do that for less than the cost of a cup of coffee every day. And to me, that's priceless. So I'm sending it back to you, Ro.
Millions of people are receiving health benefits from our nourishing products as well as our tower garden. You know, I've touched, and my team has touched many lives across the United States. People with cancer, lupus, low energy people, people that wanted to stay on the side of prevention, seniors, expecting mothers. There really is no one that cannot benefit from Juice Plus products, as well as our tower garden. You know, I realized to reach more people that I would have to build a team to reach people that I didn't know. And so I asked my friends, my customers, people from church, neighbors, and even family to join my team. However, at this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Elsie to introduce a very successful lady in our business. Elsie?
Thank you, Ro. I'm very excited to introduce our special guest speaker for tonight. Ginger Carter is a nutritionist in private practice in Tucson, Arizona, and specializes in autoimmune diseases, primarily cancer and children's health issues. She received her degree in nutrition from the University of Kentucky. She has spoken nationally for many health organizations: American Heart Association, American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, as well as lecturing in schools, hospitals, and many health-oriented groups. Having been obese and the survivor of 3 autoimmune illnesses, chronic fatigue, Epstein-Barr, and breast cancer, and having heart disease in her family, has given Ginger tremendous insight into the significant benefits of good nutrition for all health issues. She is married to an attorney, has a 34-year-old firefighter son, and a 20-year-old daughter, and 2 grandbabies. Her enthusiastic passion and up-to-date knowledge in nutrition make her a speaker well worth hearing. Ginger?
Well, hey everybody, how are you all? I had sort of forgotten that I sent that bio. I was hoping you could just take a sentence or two out of it. Those sort of drive me crazy, but I'm super excited to be on this call. One of my BFFs, as I call her, Ro, asked me to do it. And I went, absolutely. I'm so there for you. I love this. I love changing people's lives. It's got to be the coolest thing besides having my babies, although those grandbabies are really up there, y'all. So when and if you have a grandbaby, your kids will sort of go second. It's just the best. But my story really is, and I'm just going to tell you real quickly, 15 years ago, I thought I was rocking and rolling. I was doing great. I was down in Mexico with my husband and 3 other couples, and we were there 3 nights. And on Tuesday night, we went out and party hardied, and I woke up not feeling so hot, and everybody else was feeling better than me. And so they went down to the beach, and that's about the last thing I remember for about 3 days. I was, they said, somewhat paralyzed by the time they came back, scooped me up, brought me across the border, put me in Tucson Medical Center, and actually UMC. And it took them 2 days, but they decided I had leukemia. And then it took them another day to go, no, she didn't really have leukemia, but she probably has one of those autoimmune things. But back 15 years ago, they didn't know that much about it. What they did diagnose me with, because better for lack of something else, was chronic fatigue. But within the next couple of years, I ended up with 2 other diseases, and one of them being cancer. So obviously my immune system was gone. When you have your own body fighting your own body, you're in trouble. So that's when you've got obviously damage. And the damage, by the way, can come, people always say, well, she had a heart attack or she got cancer. They think it's like that happened yesterday, and it didn't happen yesterday. It could have started to happen prior to you even being born because mom or dad, something went wrong there. It could have even been grandmom and dad. But then you come along, and now you need to be doing good things for yourself. So wherever you are in your journey of life and or your children or grandchildren, you always want to be thinking about repair. So I was very lucky at that point. 15 years ago, they didn't quite know what to do with me. And I had a nurse who leaned with me, who said, I see on your chart, you're a nutritionist. They don't seem to know what to do with you. I'm on this stuff called Juice Plus. Would you be interested in finding out about it? And so I was, and I took it to my doctor. He said, you can take it. It's just a vitamin. So I took, it's just a vitamin stuff, and went back to him. I was going every 3 weeks doing tests, and it was about the 3rd month in, and all of my symptoms had gone away to the point that he ended up going on Juice Plus. And I was so impressed with that I really did a little bit more research on it. It was sort of wacky to think fruits and vegetables in a capsule, sort of Jetson food. It just didn't quite make sense to me, even though I'm a nutritionist, because we were taught in school all about vitamins, y'all. And I got to tell you, now it's interesting because I look at my friends who are nutritionists who did internships in the hospital like I did, and they become wacky. They become pharmaceutical people and forgotten really what their background is. And so I'm always trying to re-educate those people, even though they're my people, wouldn't you know it? But to, again, make a long story short, it's changed everything for me. And at this point, I was probably on Juice Plus for about 6 months, and somebody said, Ginger, why aren't you sharing this in your practice? And so I went, well, yeah, I've got to do that. It is so simple. Really easy thing. I didn't have a lot of time, really didn't want a business. It really wasn't a money thing for me. My husband was a very successful attorney. But gosh golly, you're sitting there, that red and green bottle that Marlene was talking about. You're talking 20 different fruits, vegetables in a capsule or gummy. No salt, no sugar, no calories, no contraindications with any medicine, illness, health concern, birth, death, no warning, no disclaimer. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You don't see this on any other product anywhere. My son, who's the paramedic firefighter, they literally have written in their journals or their whatever pamphlets that if Susie Q calls and says, oh, my child just ate a whole thing of the Juice Plus gummies, come on down, we've got to go to the hospital. They'll go, no, You're going to be just fine, honey. Just take your cute little girl and make her around the bathroom a little bit more than usual today, but she'll be fine. But if she takes something else, that's not the case. And why? Because this is whole food, all grown in an organic style, all non-GMO'd, all ripened, so the nutrition level is very high. It's really brilliant. It sounds simple, but it's brilliant technology where they have been able to take these fruits and vegetables and vine ripen them and actually do sort of a flash drying process where everything's still alive, you know, to benefit you immensely. That food, that apple, that orange, that kale, that Juice Plus needs to be alive so that it goes in and repairs you on a cellular level. So it really is very, very simple. And then along with vineyard, 10 different berries and grapes. Again, the same thing. That Juice Plus, it's just really that simple. The shake, oh my Lord, I didn't really think I wanted the shake until Dr. Mitra Ray, who is a good friend of mine, microbiologist at Stanford, came out with a program called Shred 10. Whoop, whoop. Love that program. And this was really just, well, it would have been about a year ago for right now. So she came up with this program where you learn healthy lifestyle choices, which, by the way, I'm going to even back this up by saying, one of the very coolest things about the Juice Plus company is we are not a sales company. We are not one of those other companies, of which I won't mention names. I try to remain very professional. This is a virtual franchise where we do what we want, when we want, with who we want, and we have no glass ceiling on the money we make, sharing fruits and vegetables, capsules, you know, a powdered shake. How simple is that? And research. Oh, my Lord, y'all. 37 major medical independent gold standard studies. You know, these are double-blind, placebo-controlled, crossover, peer-reviewed, published. Woo! This is the kind of research that you can't pay for. You just can't. Now, to put that in perspective, because typically people go, wow, 37, that's sort of a lot. Yeah, and it is a lot. But really, what you really want to know is there's no other product that I know of. And I teach in hospitals. I travel internationally speaking. And I could be wrong, so I'll put that little disclaimer there. But I do not know of any other nutritional product in the world that has more than 2 of these gold standard studies. So I'm not talking studies that they did in-house. I'm not talking generic. I'm not talking white rats and mice. I'm talking the real thing, major medical studies done on human beings, that when the study totally gets done, it then goes to a medical conference to be peer-reviewed. And what does that mean? It means it gets slammed. They get slammed. They get totally picked apart and slammed. And most studies don't even get through that. They get basically thrown back to whoever did them. Not Juice Plus studies. These are the top quality in the world. So 37, nobody has more than 2. And by the way, most people have Zippo. Now, to also sort of answer the question, I get it all the time, you know, I'm loving my vitamins. They are so great. And I'm going, great. Are you glad that they're probably made in China? As in, you know, China? That's like an ooh to me, y'all. And unfortunately, this should tick you off, so I love to tick people off. Do you realize that when those vitamins come from China, okay, so they come from overseas, and they come in, that nobody oversees them? Nobody. So the packaging looks gorgeous. The website looks gorgeous. And you think that they say there's ABC in there, and there's ABC in there. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. You also don't know, is it hurting you? Is it helping you? You don't know that. I do know, because I've done a lot of research, that the number one thing that comes out in wastewater management are vitamins. Because guess what? They're not bioavailable. That actually don't get absorbed in your body. I'm super happy about that, by the way, because I don't want them to break up and be absorbed in your body, because you really don't know what's in there. You don't know if there's something off the floor, wherever they manufactured it. I mean, if you don't get anything out of my talk, y'all, don't be doing vitamins. Just don't. Just, it's like a no, not worth it. Another thing I like about Juice Plus, there's some, I could sit out here all day going, you know what I like about Juice Plus? You know what? I love that they have a children's health study, that we have over 2 million family members involved in this, where all the children who are on this program get their Juice Plus free for 4 years. 4 years. If you have a child or a grandchild or whatever, there's between the age of 4 through college, that child, even though they're in college, they're called a child, gets to go in Juice Plus for 4 years. I also love that it's a 501c. It's a nonprofit entity. We have it in almost 20 countries, I think, at this point. What a gift. What a gift for those children. So as a nutritionist, I'm just thrilled to have you all be healthy, happy campers. But if I can affect your munchkin or your grand munchkin, wow, that makes me a super happy mommy and a grandmommy, otherwise known as Gigi. It's really remarkable what this company has done. The research proves it. It's not because Ro or Marlene or Ginger or Elsie or anybody that's on here is telling you this. It's because the research, the hard facts prove it. I also know that Juice Plus will guarantee your Juice Plus. So you can go on Juice Plus for about 3 or 4 months. And if for whatever reason you think it did nothing for you, they're going to give you your money back. This is phenomenal. And adjustable? Are you kidding? And why do you think a company does that? Nobody gives it back. You're going to have benefits. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be a regular girl. We won't get into that, but it's something that we don't talk about. But oh my Lord, I think we all love that one. And then most probably you're going to see some test results. So I'm not going to promise you anything, but I will tell you the test results are really what you want to look at. They say that you will have benefits, and you will. It may not be, within a month or 2 or something. It may take a little bit longer. Totally depends on the integrity of the nutrition that you've had in your body. And if it's a little bit lower, it's going to take longer, or it may take more. For me, the integrity in my body, my health, my nutrition obviously was not well. And I know that. I think you heard that I was obese. That totally got me goofed up. Now I'm looking pretty good. Aren't I looking pretty good here, Ro?
Yeah.
And my energy level's like, woohoo. It's sort of interesting. We, my husband and I, we don't really play too much with people our age because they're too dang old. Our energy level is higher, and we look pretty good, and it's like, okay, keep up with us. And I know it's the Juice Plus. I probably don't even think I should be here right now. So I know personally it's the smartest thing anybody could ever do. Professionally, it absolutely, positively is. And I think it will stop here because we're right at 6:30. I don't know if you want to end at 6:30. If not, I'm super happy to take a couple of questions from y'all.
Does anyone have any questions here? All right, let's move on. We'll move on a little faster here. Now, my question to all of you is, what do you want to do with your life? The next 2 to 4 years will pass before you know it. How do you envision your life? Do you want financial independence, more time flexibility, healthy living, unlimited opportunity? Can you imagine right now growing a business that actually revolves around your life? I was attracted to the business by its simplicity and flexibility. I was able to go on all my kids' class trips, attend all of their athletic events, and be there for them. There is no greater freedom in the world than being able to have more time to do the things that you love with those that you love. That's what the Juice Plus company can offer you. Now, as a teacher, I had a guaranteed paycheck, pension, and more, and I had set hours, and I had to get paid, and I also had a cap to that paycheck. With Juice Plus, you can be a mom, an independent woman, someone who already has a job, or even someone that has nothing and be successful in our business. Trust me, it's happened many times. There's never a cap to what you can make in this business. You control that. I'm a woman that wears many hats in my house, and some of you know how crazy that can be. So how can you too have a busy life and be successful in our business? Well, we bring people back to the calls like this. We all have an incredible website to introduce our products and our business. The internet platforms are endless to reach so many more people. At this time, I'm just going to give you a really brief overview of how we get paid in our business, because I know that we're running late. Let me fix my chair here. All right, now, Marlena talked about many of the products, but I'm just going to use our trio of products, our fruits, our vegetables, and our berries, because that's the most popular product that we have. Now, to become part of our business, it will cost you a low investment of $50 that will allow you to get your products at the best price that you can get them. And it also will allow the company to store the product, ship the product, pay you, account to you, the best accountant you'll ever have. Now, we all start at the same position. We all start as a dealer, and as a dealer, we make a retail profit from that trio of products of $39. Now, if you're going to share our products with people and make them aware of it, you need to be a product of the product, right? So you would be on the trio yourself. And the reason I say that is because the company says that if you acquire 3 customers, okay, you can count as your own customer, and then 2 people that live outside your home, the company will take you from $39 and you will make $49 because they're going to add 6% on top of that $39 on all future orders. Oh, and by the way, you see this here? They're going to give you a $100 bonus check if you do it in less than 30 days or less. Most people do it in a few days. Now, the company also says in the next 30 days, okay, they actually give you 60 days to get here, but most of my people do it in 30, that if you acquire 12 customers, and oh, by the way, you'll have friends that want to join you, so your friends will help you, acquire those 12 customers, and their orders will count for those 12 too. The company will bring you to our VF level, virtual franchisee. They will give you on all future orders 14% commission. So instead of starting out with $39 as your retail profit, you'll now be making with that 14% $63. You see this little 5%? They're going to start paying you. As you can see, we're getting paid layers. We get a retail profit, we get a commission, and now they're going to give you a 5% override if you reach a certain volume requirement. I'm not going to go into that right now because I just want to give you a brief overview. Now, to get to our next position, our highest paying commission level, the company says that if you do it within 6 months, most people do it in less, and you and your team acquire 48 orders, they're going to give you 22% on all future orders. So instead of making $39, you're going to be making almost double, $76 every time you sell, okay, a product or sell the fruits, the vegetables, and berries. Have people invest in that for their health. And they're also going to give you that 5% override. Now, these are leadership positions, and our company says that if you take advantage of our Fast Track program, they're going to give you $1,000 on top of your, okay, retail profit and 22% commission. They're going to give you up to $500 to run that business. Oh, and they're going to give you benefits. They're going to give you a $250 check around the holidays. I never even got a turkey when I taught school. They're also going to give you some medical benefits. Now, to go from senior sales coordinator to qualified national marketing director, if you take advantage of our Fast Track program, they're going to give you $2,000 on top of your retail profit, your 22% commission, and they're going to give you up to $1,000 a month to run that business. And they're going to give you additional benefits. So that holiday bonus is going to go to $500, and they're also going to give you additional medical benefits. If you take advantage of our program, our Fast Track program, to go from qualified national marketing director to national marketing director, they're going to give you $3,000. See how the money is growing? Just a bonus money. And they're going to give you, okay, up to $3,000 a month to run that business. And the benefits, I should tell you the benefits, right? You get Blue Cross, Blue Shield, major medical, dental insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and they give you $1,000 around the holidays. Love that. Absolutely love that. So that's just a fast little synopsis of our business here. So just in summary, how do we get paid? We get a retail profit, we get a commission, we get a performance bonus, that 5% that I was talking about, team building bonuses, jumping from position to position, and we also get benefits. Now, many people will say to me, yeah, but you have to have lots of people to start. And that's really not true. You know, when I started, I was a happy gal, and it was very easy for me to invite 3 of my friends into the business because I just was tickled pink to join this business. I knew what the products were doing for me, and why wouldn't I want to pay it forward? So then what we did is we took those 3 friends and we taught them how to invite 3 friends of their own, okay? And now we had 9 people in my business. And then those 9 people each brought in 3 people, and then we had 27. And then those 27 taught 3 people. Now, this isn't a perfect world. It's not always perfect like this. But those 27 people each brought in 3 people, only 3, and we had 81. Now, you can see how the exponential growth can keep growing and growing and growing. Now, you know, health, a future market, I can't think of a bigger one. You know, we want to live as long as possible and as healthy as possible. Like Ginger said, we want to look, we want to feel younger. You know, people already understand that they have to invest in prevention rather than curing an illness. Our daily life is very demanding. We have to be energized. A current study has shown that every second citizen intends to exercise more or to eat healthier. Every third one wants to lose weight. The success stories of Juice Plus prove this by numbers. You know, since we've launched, we've done over $10 billion in sales. It's established, it's convincing, and it's found its purpose. Nevertheless, 9 out of 10 people worldwide don't know about Juice Plus yet, but we won't stop until we reverse that statistic. So the next 2 to 4 years will pass no matter what you do. So where do you want to be as far as your health and your finances? Where do you want to be for the time you spend each day? Do you want to be working 60 to 70 hours a week at a regular job? Or would you like to have some, free time to be able to do what you want to do? Would you like to contribute to your favorite charity or church or whatever it is you want to contribute to and be able to support good causes? Or do you want that time freedom? Would you like to be able to just get up and go and, go to the beach because you feel well enough to do so and you have the time? Or the mountains? Or just take a vacation with your family? That freedom would be huge. What do you want for your family? What are your options? We chose the company with heart that wants us to achieve our dreams. We'd like to invite you to join us, and we invite you to talk to the person who invited you and tell them, I don't want to be I want to be working on my future and not letting 2 to 4 years pass without doing anything. Because after all, life is short, and I want to live life to the plus. At this time, I'd like to tell you about our next call. We are going to have Dr. Candace Corson speak in June. We will be setting up the event tomorrow. I don't have it. Forgive me. I just came from my son's concert. I don't have it at the top of my mind. But look for your events. All of you that are on this call will be invited. And she's a phenomenal doctor, my dear, dear friend. And she's very knowledgeable and will share some incredible information, cutting edge information with us. So do come back and bring a friend or two. So in closing, please get back to the person that invited you to the call and, start making a difference in your health and even in your wealth. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight.